Hey, how you doing, everyone? Sarasota Tim here, coming to you from inside my office here in the Toyota Tundra, coming to you from beautiful Delray Beach, Florida. It's a gorgeous day here on a Sunday. I'm parked at Home Goods here in Delray Beach, getting ready to go inside and pick up a little something from my RV that I live in. And I wanted to make a video today and talk about Social Security, Medicare / insurance, health insurance. I've been asked many times in my comments on all the videos that I make regarding Social Security, Medicare, and what do you do about health insurance? Because we all know that I advocate that you get your Social Security day one, age 62. Waiting will cost you money. Do not delay. There's only one reason, and I repeat myself over and over, there's only one reason not to collect your Social Security at the age of 62, and that is you're making so much money and you love your job that you just want to keep doing it because there is an earnings cap, and so it wouldn't do you any good anyway. But if you're ready to get out of that prison job and you want to start making checks come into your bank account, then get on your Social Security, age 62. But today's video is about insurance. And I keep getting asked, well, what do I do about health insurance? I can't get Medicare until I'm 65. And if I quit my prison job and get on Social Security, I don't have any health insurance. And what happens? Well, I've avoided the answer because there is no easy answer. What you're going to hear is just the flat out truth. And I'm going to put it in your ballpark, and what you do is up to you. Just like all of my videos, of course, contact the Social Security Administration, talk to your friends, whatever you want to do to get other. I don't know everything, and I'm not quoting everything. Like in the comments, I heard something about, I left something out regarding the survivor benefits video I did yesterday. Folks, this is not a complete Wikipedia. I am not the Social Security office. People even ask me, am I qualified? Heck yeah, I'm qualified, probably more than you are, because I get Social Security and I study it, and I'm a quick study. Anyway, on your insurance. All right, if you quit your prison job where you might have health insurance, I'm sure you're paying through the nose, hundreds of dollars probably, if you have a family coverage plan at your place of employment. So if you quit that job and you get your Social Security, you will have no insurance unless you pay for insurance on the outside market. So what do you have? You can just go buy some from an insurance company and pay probably more than you're paying now, but what you're paying now is very expensive. So it might be a little bit more, and you can get yourself some insurance. You only got to go 3 years, until you're 65 and you get your Medicare. All right. Then let's say you retire and all you have is your Social Security and maybe a little side hustle, which is what I advocate. Quit your job, get your Social Security, and get a little side hustle job working part-time, making equal to what you're making on your Social Security at least, and now you've doubled your check and you have time off. You can live your life because nobody's promised tomorrow. Now, I worked for myself most of my life, pretty much all my life. And even when I did work, I was in the car business for about 17 years, 100 years ago. And I didn't have health insurance then. I did for a while, but it was so expensive in those days. I can't even imagine how much it costs to take it out at your job now. You're probably screaming. I can tell you, it's expensive. I think my daughter and other people I know are paying $300 to $600 a month out of their paychecks, for health insurance. Now, it might be very good insurance, but that kind of money every month out of your pay and every year, how much are you using it? I mean, are you just getting some antibiotics going in for a sore throat? I told you this was going to be a brutally honest video. So there is no insurance. If you quit and you don't keep your insurance going, or you don't buy any, and you get your Social Security and you get that free check, your money that you paid into coming in, you got that, but you don't have health insurance. Or you can buy it, or if that's the only money you have, I was going to say a moment ago, there's what they call Obamacare, or the Affordable Care Act, where you get better than what you probably got at work, totally awesome health insurance at little or no cost whatsoever. It depends on how much money you're bringing in. I had it for a few months. It didn't cost me a penny. As soon as I started making a little bit of money, I found out it was going to start costing me hundreds of dollars a month. I canceled it. And so I have none. But you know what? I went 33 years when I worked for myself with no insurance. So you got this choice. You can either defer your Social Security and leave, I don't know, what is it, about, how much are you getting? If you get a couple of grand a month, it's almost $24,000 a year. So let's say you get like $22,000, $23,000 a year for Social Security. And you go 3 years until you're 65 and you start collecting it then so you can get Medicare, and you keep working at your job. Well, you're making money at your job, but you also lost about $70,000 that you didn't collect without having to do anything. And you could have been off and having free time and all that. You keep yourself in health. Go to the gym. All that time you don't have to go to work. All that stress at work that's not taxing on you anymore. Get yourself healthy. Eat right. Do right. And just pray, that nothing major happens. Because that's all you got until you get to be 65. We don't have free insurance. This is not a socialist country. You got to pay for it, or you got to be 65 and you're still paying for it, because then it comes out of your Part B. And, Medicare isn't free either. And people that are taking those supplement plans, they're back to paying more than they were when they worked for somebody, because you've got the $175 coming out of your Part B, right out of your Social Security. And then if you don't take the Medicare Advantage plan, which I took, which is free, they take all these insurance policies out for what they call a G plan, and then they get a D plan for the drugs, and then they get an I plan, and then they get a hearing plan, and all these things. They got $500-$600 a month between the Part A, Part B that comes out, and their insurance that they're paying for, and they're paying thousands of dollars a year. So the way I rationalize it, and the way I did for Tim, is I see a free check and I see a $20 bill on the ground. I'm not going to let it lay. I'm going to pick it up. When I can get my money at 62 years old and it comes to like $23,000 a year, and I have to forego health insurance, which I've never had. I've never had, except those brief moments and few months that I mentioned to you, which is basically nothing. I'm going to still do the same thing with a do-over. And now I'm 65 and I've got Medicare, and yeah, I'm bragging about it. I went down to the doctor. They took blood work. It isn't like I had to go. I just went to get my preliminary going, and, let's find out what that blood says. Let's see, and it's not costing me anything. So, you just have to get Obamacare, buy your own, or do without. That's all I can tell you. But you won't be doing without with saving thousands of dollars a year by not paying for it, and then drawing $23,000 a year on your Social Security and not having to pay for that health insurance. That's equivalent to probably $4,000 or $5,000, $2,000 or $3,000 more you're not paying for insurance. And with all that money you got coming in that you're not paying out for, working, if you need to go to urgent care or something comes up, that's what is it, $100 or $200 to walk in one of them places to get a prescription for some antibiotic? And if you have a major thing, you get hit by a bus, hey, I'm just going to pay them what I can afford every month. There's no debtor's prison. What can you do? What can you do if you owe $50,000 in medical bills because something unfortunate happened and you didn't have insurance? Do you know how many people in America are uninsured and they go to the hospital, and you know what the hospitals get? Either nothing or a few dollars every month from them. That's it. So that's as brutally honest as I can be. But I'm going to tell you right now, to sit and wait and lose close to $70,000 because you want to keep working a prison job because you can have health insurance that you may not even use for 3 years and then pay for too and lose that 70 grand? I would never do that. I would never do it. You say, oh, that's so irresponsible. Oh, you got to keep insurance. You got to have investments. You got to have 401s. You need to own a home. You need to be married. You got to have all this and that and the other and all these things that people think you need. I say, I do me. You do you. Crush it.